So I think Starbridge gets close. I actually tried it on, so if we take these five schools here, first thing I tried to do was just to one-shot it. So I had just a prompt basically asking to find the next regional accreditors review date, but it doesn't seem to have worked. So if we take Appalachian State, we go here. Appalachian State. Yeah, you can see here that that review date's not quite right, but that's okay because that was kind of lazy of me. So I was like, okay, the unique identifiers that we've got here are this and then this one being interesting because it makes up the URL. So anyway, and these are, I mean, there's a whole load onto it here about the differences between DAPIP ID, why it matters, and why they don't use iPad's unit ID there. But anyway, let's see if we can get it to work in the Starbridge again. Got too many tabs open. So first, this other identifier. I tried this because it seemed to be easiest to find. So Starbridge, interesting read, uses this tool called Parallel. Under the hood, Parallel is effectively an AI research agent. They got a case study actually on it. Starbridge. Again, horrible at spelling it. But yeah, anyway, that's there. So you can go check that out. But I then wrote this prompt. So anyway, you can come through here, and it found these with 100% accuracy. Great. Also found the regional accreditors with 100% accuracy. Great. And the reason, you can see here that it searched multiple sources. So looking good so far. Check these are all correct. It drops 2 zeros off the end there, but it doesn't really matter. DAPIP ID, for some reason, seems to get way harder. It just struggles to find it. These values are all correct. So anyway, we wanted to find, I'll show you my prompts here real quick. So you've got them. You want the readers because otherwise you're going to end up with different schools like nursing schools that have their own accreditors. DAPIP ID, but then the accreditation date. So tried this a couple of ways. First off, using these identifiers, and bearing in mind we tried to one-shot it, didn't work. Always try one-shotting first because the AI is probably better than you at most things, but sometimes, Starbridge, let's create multiple bridges. But anyway, doesn't seem to be able to make the leap between those. And I think that's because within this website, it's actually like not particularly easy to access. Like it doesn't have a sitemap. So that means that the only way you know how to find each page, or like the crawler knows how to find each page, is literally by having that unique URL. So I thought to myself, okay, let's see if we can make that URL. So we've got this here, that page, if we were to take it, this should be Central Piedmont Community College. Come on, be good to me. Central Piedmont Community College, you can see here, next review date, 2029. So let's take a look at that. And it did not get the review date there. Anyway, none of this is surprising because it's actually super hard when it is underneath that layer and the site doesn't have a sitemap. So that's not very good for tools like Parallel, which is what's powering the search, Starbridge under the hood. So this is why in this Reddit thread, and actually the whole reason I did this, because this guy said to me, that's me, Calcbongo, this guy was like, bro, use Starbridge. I get that. I like using Starbridge for a lot of things, but where we just have two data sets where the data is hard to access from the perspective of a crawler, and we are effectively doing a matching exercise, in this case, to find the accreditation date, we are taking the iPad's unit ID and we want to match it to the DAPIP ID. And then that's how you get the next accreditation review date. Once you've, screened it out, so you've just got the regional accreditors, whole thread on it here. read it. It's interesting if you care. Most people won't. And interesting is, of course, subjective. It's probably interesting if you're paid to do this for a living. If you're not, probably not interesting. But all of this that I wrote here is also non-relevant. What you want to do now is just take it into Excel with Claude enabled, import the two CSVs being the iPad's dataset download and the DAPIP download. And then if you're a Starbridge user, import it back in with the accreditation dates already joined on. It's going to be faster, cheaper, and more accurate. So Starbridge, great for when it's multiple data sources, because that's what the agent's really good at. Does not necessarily make sense to use it if that data is contained within a site which is designed to be protected from crawlers. And you're effectively just merging two data sets. So anyway, person who told me, bro, use Starbridge. I tested it. I hope this is helpful. And if you did manage to make it work with Starbridge, please let me know. But it seems like it'd be kind of inefficient on credits using it like that. Anyway, Starbridge has released a whole load of cool features recently. I'm going to review them, help you understand when it's good to use them, when it's not good to use them, and when you should be importing stuff in. Anyway, let's get the most out of it.